everyone, I'm Jason and welcome back to From Tree to Lumber. What I got today is just this small piece of red oak that I want to cut up into sort of 1/2 inch by maybe 3 inch thin slats. What I need is some pieces that I can use to develop a dividing system in my big red toolbox. So this is as good a use for this wood as anything. I've set this aside from the firewood actually quite a while ago. It was a standing dead tree, and it is very hard, and it's also quite dry. I've kind of kept it out of the elements, so this should be an interesting challenge for the sawmill. I'm going to have to put some water to it, but the wood should be ready to use pretty quickly. I shouldn't have to put a lot of effort into drying it. So anyway, that's what I got up. Let's give it a shot and see how it goes. Okay, let's take a look at this cant and see what we got going on here, make some decisions as to how to cut it further. There's a few knots in here that I wasn't planning on or maybe didn't see, or you know, they're just there. So I'd like to make the most of it. Most of what I need in this little drawer is like 6-inch pieces, so there's lots to choose from here. I'm just going to flip this over and show you. This is the edge I'm going to start taking from. A couple of reasons for that. Number one is I'm going to just get what I can from around these knots, but the grain is quite nice in the straight parts, so that's cool. The center of the log is actually here, so if I take like 4 cuts off of this, which would be about 2 inches, so about that much, these will actually be quarter sawn pieces, and I would probably cut the middle out. My toolbox has different depths of trays, so I need, I think, anything from about 1 inch to maybe 2.5, maybe 3. You know, these will be nice pieces, nice and stable. If they dry funny, they'll still probably be pretty good, and they'll be quarter sawn, so they'll look nice. It's kind of an experiment. I can you know, see what's going on with quarter sawing, which I haven't really gotten too far into, and get some usable pieces at the same time. I'm doing now is just taking these wider plane cut pieces that I got right off at the beginning when I was bringing the log down to a cant. They're sort of 5 1/4 inches wide, something like that. So I'm going to cut them off at the kind of the 1/3 mark. So, you know, 2 inches on one side, 3 on another, although I didn't really measure anything. I just want to have a variety of widths. All right, well, here's what I ended up with. You know, they're various widths. That's fine. I'm not really sure what width I'm going to ultimately need them. I call these things project boards. I just like having them around. This is far more than I need for my toolbox, to be honest with you. So what my plan is with these, they're about 1/2 inch thick, about 4 feet long, give or take. What I'm going to do is I just have a little kind of clamping system. I'll show you what my little system is there, that I put these things away for probably just a couple of weeks. Honestly, they're pretty dry, but they still are water wet, right? So it takes a little while, but this time of year the house is really dry, so it doesn't take that long. Okay, here's the start of my little setup for drying these thin pieces. I've done this a few times and it works quite well. It's just a 2x4 on the bottom. I've made a bunch of little stickers, and I start with one on top of the 2x4. Then all I do is I pile my cut pieces on the inside here, put the stickers in between each row, and at the end I put another 2x4 on the top. Okay, so then the last thing I do is I just slip in a couple of stickers. I've tried it before with just one, but this thing will rock all over the place. So I put 2 in at the top, tighten these down. Very, very, very last step is to just put a little bit of log end treatment on each of the pieces, just to keep it from cracking excessively on the ends. I use this Lee Valley stuff because, well, number one, it's very easy for me to get to. I don't have to have it shipped here, and I like to support a Canadian company, right? They've got excellent products, so I trust them. Now that it's all ready to go, I've brought it down into my basement, which is kind of my, I don't know what you want to call it, resting space. It's sort of a constant 60 degrees, 40% humidity down here. I've got a lot of wood kind of stacked up in here, and it actually does a nice job. It kind of dries it slow enough that they don't split and crack all over the place, and you know, it's just a very convenient place. So I'll leave these down here for probably, I don't know, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And I might even restack them just to bring the inside to the outside. I do have a fan going down here, but just the same, it does speed things up. Then after that, I'll take it back up into the room with the wood stove, which is, it varies, you know, between 58 at night and maybe 75 through the day, but it's closer to 25% humidity. And I'll sort of finish it off up there for about 2 weeks. You know, I've done this quite a number of times, so I know that it works out. I will get a little bit of splitting on the ends and, you know, a little bit of fracturing, especially around, you know, knots and things. But the straighter pieces are going to dry up like really, really nicely. And I should be able to use this in 4 to 6 weeks because it was a dry log, right? I mean, it was wet with water, but certainly seasoned. So it's not like it's a critical use. It's just for inside of toolboxes, right? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll keep you posted on this when it's done and show you how it turns out.